Let her rip. Vlogmas. LGL fam, ECAN fam, Power Gamun again. It's Vlogmas
Allez.
2021. It's Myles and friends. Today, I got a special guest. But first, my favorite brand, our favorite brand, LVPRD. Let's go. You know what I mean? Got the new Woolies. I don't know if y'all ever gonna get these. If they ain't sold out, but I know there's like ink, 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 three of them things. But my favorite brand, my brother Josh. Salute, brother. So what I got right now is my Uncle Jay on Vlogmas day 11. Day 11 of Vlogmas. And again, today's Vlogmas is brought to you by LVPRD. And I have a hard time saying that because I'm a dyslexic person. But enough of that. Vlogmas is about Haitian proverbs. Y'all see the Haiti in the middle. Y'all see the D11, which stands for day 11. I got my Uncle Jay on the horn with me. He's just doing it. He's busy. I'm busy. Jay, you got something to say, but let's give you your applause first before you even say anything. Got anything to say about, not about Vlogmas, but about our country, man? Like, for real.
I mean, we in turmoil. We got to figure this out, But first of all, I'd like to say good evening to everybody. Everybody, be safe. Make sure you get home safe. Check on your family. If you don't hear from them, let's move on.
We gonna move on. And before we move to the quote, I want to ice break this. Like, how was my week? Or how was Jay's week? Or how was whoever else is not even in the chat yet? Because we need people to interact with. But whatever, we do it just by ourselves because it's Vlogmas Day 11 and we going 31 days strong. Whoever I can get and whoever I will get, we gonna do it. So what I'm gonna say in the interim is this. Thank y'all for watching if you on the restream or if you on the whatever. But I love whoever's here. And if you're not here, God bless you too. You know what I mean? So before we open it up with the Proverbs, I'm like heavy anticipating the Proverbs, and I guess it's like my nerves, but let's do the Proverbs. Let's get it. So in today's version of Vlogmas, Jay's gonna read it in Creole and I'll read it in English. Right, Jay? We good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
Oh, you ready? You ready for me?
Yeah.
Ça au fait, c'est ça au gardé.
So what that means in English is what you do is what you see. Again,
Mm-hmm.
what you do is what you see. Jay, talk heavy. What that mean to you?
I mean, to me, it means a lot because it's like it's a good and bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you say what you do, it's like you might do something wrong and have to stare at it for the rest of your life, and it's could be anything that's just bad. And then you can create a child and see him walk or her walk a certain way, say a certain word that resemble or reminds you of you, and you got to look at that, you know. But as far as my people, what they go through in Haiti is like what they see done to them, they want to do back to somebody.
I can
You
see
understand where I'm
that,
coming
but
from?
I definitely understand where you're coming from, but not when it comes from a Haitian perspective as a Haitian man. I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand where you're coming from, but I don't, but I do. Meaning, so I think that this is, semun semun. So like, yo, like people are people, right? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we all go through the same issues. I think that as a Haitian man, we might internalize it or externalize it a little more. You know what I mean? We like
Right.
we might take it a little different. You know what I mean? So that's what makes it what it is to us. But I definitely can't say that it's any other way besides what it actually says in English is like, yo, like the work you put in is the work you're gonna get out of it, no matter what it
Basically,
is.
basically, I just gave what I did is I gave two different scenarios of how you can take it,
Mm-hmm.
whatever way you want to. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
look, what I do, meaning like if I build a home, you get what I'm saying to you, and then I built that home at say 19. And I'm talking about me being in Haiti. I built a home at 19 years old. And then when I built that home at 19 years old, I finished it at 21. But by the time I finished it, I had three children.
Mm.
Now I add, let's just say I add to the house,
Mm-hmm.
right? And by the time I add to the house, I now got six children. And I'm old now. And I'm sitting by my house and I'm looking at my house and I'm saying, wow, I built this. I see
Mm.
this and what's living in it.
That's a little deeper than how I was going. But yeah, nah, I feel you in that. Because to me, I looked at it, you know how we look at things like what's work, right? So what's work
Mm-hmm.
is straight up, yo, whatever I do, everybody that respect this work is gonna get this work. Like that's how we was raised. Like that, I mean,
Yeah,
that's how y'all raised me. It's like, yo, whoever sees work is gonna get this work. But when you're saying
facts.
it's like when you're saying like, yo, this work or whatever, like that's just like when you talk about building a house, whatever. Like we've all owned and earned cribs or whatever, but it's
Right.
never like how how hmm, it's never like how this quote is. I would say, you know what I mean? Because like yo, like a crib, like sometimes like how many cribs you own? Mad cribs, but like how many cribs you cared about? You know what I mean? Like that's how we rock. So is it, so that makes
True.
me think of different of it
I
of
mean,
like
like
the
for
wet
me,
from the where part, and that's the thing. Like when you look at Haitian words, like where is like, and I was telling French this is like yo when somebody says where, it's like yo that's a hand on the shoulder. Where ça is different from see.
where actually means look, but the way we say it, where's Santa Jula? You know what I mean? Like where's Santa Jula is like, you see what I was telling you?
Yeah, and that's what kind of like messes my brain up a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it's like yo when I look at the word for what it is,
Hmm.
and as an elder, when you tell me just that, I'm like, now I understand.
I mean, in all actual fact, what it says, what it really means is you reap what you sow. If
Okay,
you want to
and
break it
that,
down, now let's
yeah,
go to
yeah,
that. You reap what you sow. That's why I brought the house thing in, and I wanted to lead to that
mm-hmm,
because if I reap the fact that I worked that hard and built this house, and then I built the next part, and then I see my children running around, my grandchildren running around, I'm
right,
reaping something I sowed. The same way, if I did something wrong, I'm gonna reap that. I'm gonna what I'm on now. I want to know why my hip. I need a hip replacement or certain things. You get what I'm saying? Like that.
yeah,
If you want
no,
to get
but
real deep with it.
now it's not even real deep with it because that's how I live my life. You know what I mean? That's how I live my life, and I know that's how you live your life. So it's like we like certain most things are tangible to us as far as uh what we do. So like we know like yo like there's a piper like you know and that could be deep in our thought, but at the same time because that's how we live our life, we try to be as honorable as we can. If that
That's
makes
a good
sense
way
to
of
you.
putting it. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
definitely, definitely, definitely,
So
definitely.
when
I agree with
somebody
that one.
says like wap where, oh wap where, and you see it says the same thing, but does it really mean the same thing? Because I feel like if my friend tells me wap where and my father or my uncle tells me wap where, it hit
It's
me
the
different.
it's the right, because it's the person. It's a couple of things. It's the person who says it to you, right? First of all,
Mm,
it's the actions you might have did around that person that says it to you. You might have drank too much and act a little silly around that person, and they see you and they say, "What?
Wapwe.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
Oh, what
Wapwe.
encore?
Wapwe. Yeah.
Exactly. What encore? You see what I'm saying? So if someone saw you do something silly and they said that you're gonna look at them like, oh man, I know what they mean. Or someone just said they never seen you drink before and they said, what boy? You get what I'm saying to you? It's not just your word, it's your facial expression. And then it's also the person. We speak with such of a dance with our face.
And hands,
Not
son.
every word means something. Like you could tell a woman that you love her in Creole and it sound like you're about to take her head off.
Mm.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I get that, but I also get that, like, from man to man, how a man can speak to you with his hands, and you can take it aggressive on a non-aggressive, but you can also take it non-aggressive on an aggressive. So it's like, yo, like, if a man, if a man was not in my family, and I always get into
Mm-hmm.
these arguments all day, it's like, yo, don't touch my shoulder at all, right? And like that's like a non-cyber for me,
That's size. I
right?
told you before when you was young. That's sizing you up. Person
Yeah,
sizing you up. That's how I look at it. Though. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that, bro. I'm right in front of you. We
but
ain't in a movie. We ain't no TV show. You ain't got to do that. Go ahead.
yeah, but if my father, my grandfather, my uncle put his hand on my shoulder and he says like "Wop where," it's like
That I
it hit
yes,
different. Yeah,
yes,
it hit
yes,
different,
yes,
and that's
yes,
what I'm
yes. I
saying. So
agree.
like somebody
I
could say,
agree. I
"Yo,
agree.
yo," I could be in the hood, and yo, you see that? And it's like, yeah, I see that. So I'm like, what are you looking at? You looking at that? You know what I mean? But when
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
says
yeah,
"Wop
yeah.
where," it's like, man, I'm about to go inside. My stomach hurt. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. I'm
I
about to
get
go
what you're
inside.
saying. I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah.
Actually, if you really look at it, it's called respect. It's
Is
respect
that it? I don't
because
know if it's a
because
respect thing. It
no,
like I
because
respect those men.
if you turn around and you continuously to drink around that person who said that, you don't have the respect for them. But if you sneak drink around a person that you respect, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird, bro. But it's
Let me tell
like,
you something
oh
about
man, they
me.
go
I
auntie,
never
whatever.
sneak nothing around nobody, and like that's just where I'm bred. And like we going through that right now as like men come from the cut from the cloth we cut from, and like how we dealing with. And I'm bringing it personal right now, but this is my show. Is like we have like we are in a culture of what certain men think and this that and the third in our circle, but that conversation is never far, whether it come from me, whether it come from you, whether it come from any of my uncles, or what I mean, the old man not here no more, what I mean, rest in peace, love, right? But that's what was settling stuff. So at the end of the day, and when it has to be done at this level, there is confusion. So back to the proverb, back to the proverb, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is what you do is what you see. But it's like, yo, like when there's no control, there needs to be some type of governor. I mean,
Right,
I'm bringing it like to a phone conversation right now,
right,
but yeah,
right,
you
right,
see what I'm saying though,
right,
right?
right,
I
right.
didn't even mean to take
If
it that
there,
deep.
no, no. Listen, it's going to be anarchy if there's not a leader, under a leader, someone who is willing to stand forward. That's what makes a man, and that's what
Right.
makes an alpha male. Like there's no thought. I'm supposed to go shovel. I'm supposed to go do these things, and you do them. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying to you? But now it's like a lot of dudes just feel like, okay, if this is whole 50-50 thing, you shovel whatever. Look, if I shovel, I do certain things, and I don't come inside and there's no hot coffee, we got an issue.
But I don't call that an alpha male though. I call that an every male because I don't think that
No, not
like
every male accept that. Not
no
every
no
male
no
accept
no
that.
no not every male accept that. But when you say alpha male, right? I think
Mm-hmm.
that like the way we was bred, you can call it alpha male now, but it was just like it wasn't us, right? It was like we were raised with traditional women, right? So when you raised with a traditional woman, be it grandma, moms, whatever, it was just that. So that's what you used to. So when I say like when you say like an alpha male, it's like
bro.
nah, like that's an every
Because of
male.
the
It's
fact that no, because no, don't you can't don't do that. Because you know why? It's so bad that you have to put a label on what kind of man you are. It's bad because there's
okay.
so many cornballs. It's so many dudes who's willing to submit to certain situations. There's a lot of dudes who's not stepping to the plate.
Mm. What's the
They
plate?
not stepping. The plate is being who you are. Look, from
Mm-hmm.
birth, if you're a real man, no other man has to really know, like a father, when I say other man,
Yeah,
has to
yeah,
teach
bro.
you what you need to be doing as a man. If you have to use a script, then something wrong with you. You should automatically know, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do because I watched this. The most greatest teacher I ever had, real talk, he became a man without a man teaching him to be a man. Do you know how hard that is? And then to raise four men. How can you do that? Tell
More than
me, with
4 men, but
no
I'm gonna
with
tell you
no
this.
template.
So that's this is the craziest thing you ever saying right now. Cause I'm gonna tell you this shit. So we took so I have a conference with my homeboys every Monday, whatever, and it's like, and that's on my schedule, and they don't even know that, but they'll listen to this and be like, "Yo, this nigga tricking us." But listen to this. It's like
Nobody's
this.
gonna know. Nobody's gonna know.
No, nobody's
Go
gonna
ahead.
know. Don't know. But listen. But it's like this. The argument, the biggest argument we had like 2 weeks ago was like, "Yo, listen, is it better to build something or to grow into something?" And no, they said, "Is it harder?" I said, "Yo, dude, it's harder to build it. Like, is if you grow into something like so like yo, your son,
Nah, bro, I have to diff on that one,
hey,
man.
see, yeah,
Nah,
go
I
ahead,
gotta
talk
diff
heavy,
on that one.
talk heavy. No, because
I
you
gotta
couldn't
diff on
do
that
what
one.
your pops did from the beginning. You probably could do it, but you know what's that going to do to your family, to your home life? I'm going through that shit right now. Like, it's different. It's way different. But like,
What, building something? Building something?
yeah, like building something
Bro,
from the
listen, when you
forge of
build something, at
nothing.
least you know. Hold on. When you build something, at least you know what's coming. When you jump into something, you don't know what was behind it. You're
You're
tripping.
bugging. No, you're
How
tripping.
am I bugging?
Listen, when you build something, yo, I mean, we don't got to talk about the old man on that factor where he built, but what he built, he like nobody was. If he didn't do that, we wouldn't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? So he had to build it and go through everybody thinking he bugging, go through everything. Yo, you with the shop. If little Jay said he want to cut hair, yo, you got the blueprint for him. You're gonna be like, yo, listen, don't buy these chairs, buy these chairs. After these chairs make this and you get this, do this. But look at how much money he's saving. You know what I mean? And add that to time and years. It's different. Talk heavy though. I just think
How's that?
it's
That's two totally different careers, bro. See, you
no,
can't
it's the
speak about
same
that other.
thing
Whoa,
though.
whoa, 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 whoa. You
Go
can't
ahead.
speak about that other career without explaining that career, and we're not gonna do that. So
Okay.
let
So we won't do
so
that.
what I'm saying, what I was basically saying is, for I was looking more into relationship aspect of growing a relationship compared to jumping into a middle of a relationship. Meaning, when I say jump in the middle, is like both people been in relationships or whatever. So it's like I'm jumping in the middle. We're jumping into something in the middle right now, and it wasn't grown compared to someone. You know what? It's an age difference
Yeah.
and a
Maybe.
time difference, and a
I
time
just
difference,
fixed your camera.
because
Yeah.
if you deal with somebody, no, matter of fact, growing is better, because if you deal with somebody in the beginning and y'all go 7 years before you made that decision, whatever you make, you grew into it compared to
Yeah,
You
it's
took
not like
somebody.
that. Yo, look at the time though, Jay. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Look at the time. Look at the time. So when, like, for example, I'm trying to live stream, I'm trying to podcast, like my wife don't really get it right now, but she love me, so she around. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
she not in the she not down here right now. You know what I mean? She not doing this
Mm-hmm.
thing
Mm-hmm.
with the kid. But think about this. I'll fix your camera if you need it. You want it smaller, whatever.
Yeah.
Yo, so
No, 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 no. You
uh
got me.
so
I'm good.
like how no matter how everything is, it's like seeing the vision. You know what I mean? Like going to
Mm-hmm.
Africa, like doing whatever you gotta do. It's like that shit ain't easy, man. It's like, yo, because like it there becomes a time where people don't believe in you so much, you start not to believe in yourself.
Mm.
And I always want to
That's
bring it
deep.
back to yeah, I always want to bring it back to the proverb, right? It's like what you do is what you see in English. So it's like, so if I might be outside, like I got a bad habit, I smoke cigarettes, right? I had a bad
Mm-hmm.
habit, like I might drink a
Mm-hmm.
little yak, but like
Mm-hmm.
every second I'm not putting towards work, plus I got
Mm-hmm.
a family. The fuck
Mm-hmm.
am I doing if I really care?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, what's the scale? Like you a Libra, so you already know the scale. It's like, yo, damn, I hurt too. Fuck, I'm talking about this. I go to therapy. I don't know if you go to therapy, but I go to therapy, and it's like these are the
I
questions
don't.
I have for
I
my
don't do that.
therapist.
I'm black. I'm black.
Yeah,
I don't do therapy. I don't
no,
do
but
that.
I'm saying, but like this is the question I have for my therapist. It's like, yo, fuck, like you see what time it is, nigga. Like you see how my camera look, and he like, Myles, aren't you lonely? I'm like, that's a sacrifice, right? But the sacrifice that I speak about is that like the sacrifice that is necessary,
It is.
right? And that's what you
It
say to me
is.
as my elder uncle. But like, if my wife was down, she'd be like, "Oh God," you know what I mean? Or if anybody else in the world, and like people are gonna comment about this because this is a phenomenal show. It's like not like I feel you. It's like, yo, everything I put everything on my back because there's no way that that woman upstairs or my son, no matter what happens, is ever gonna struggle or ever need to depend on anybody, ever on my back. But sometimes you got to turn your back to do that. You
Mm.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why I say like when dads leave, and this is a whole nother subject, and it's crazy. But I really want your opinion about this before we leave, because then we need to talk on the phone because I just hit mad shit on my head. But
Okay. Let's get it.
when I say that, like I asked a couple people the other day, it's like, yo, when the dad leaves the crib,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a non-cypher for me, right? But I started to think about it because I started to like write down reasons why dad would leave the crib. So if a dad leaves the crib with the intentions of coming back, he's gonna come back, right? He's gonna come
Mm-hmm.
back, right? And say like 5 years, but he's gonna come back with that work because he like that's his intention, and like he was just getting drove crazy, whatever. But he just needed like 2 or 3 years, maybe 5 years, whatever. But then he
Mm-hmm.
come back and he go 20,000, he go 30,000. But again, that's uncommon to most people, but that's common to
Mm-hmm.
us. It's common to us, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when somebody say, "Yo, I left, but here, bang, 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 bang," how many times you seen that? Mad times, right? I seen that shit mad times,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
is that wrong? Is that like a dude just needing peace? Or is this like Shorty was driving him crazy, so he needed peace? Or is like he shouldn't have never left and he should just live by crumbs? It's a hard thing I'm saying, and that's why I feel like I should have told
I
you about
mean,
it
I
before I said
mean,
it.
I mean, personally, a man shouldn't. I consider a dude a coward, man. If
Right,
he know a child is his, and even if you want to go through DNA and he want to run around, I think you're a coward, man. And let me tell you
right,
something, man. You could have the baddest chick in the world and make a mistake and have another child, and want to lie to you want to put that child to the side And just to keep that woman, let me tell you, your whole life will not be right
But
because
that's
that
not what I'm
child did not
saying.
deserve that. No, I'm just saying it's along the lines.
It's along the lines, but
It's
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like, yo, like you could like, yo. I remember one time, right? It was a long time ago, long time ago.
mhm,
We took a fellas trip, right? we went, we went to AC. I don't know if you
mhm.
remember that. We went to AC. We went to AC while the ladies was in the crib, and we went outside to smoke a cigarette, and then we drove to AC. Remember that or not?
Oh yeah, me, you, and
We
Train. I don't
drove
know
to
how we want.
AC. Now
Somehow
we
we
drove to
wanted
A.
it.
Now we drove to AC. Got a
Yo,
room.
word, word.
Bust the tables down,
You
and
was
then like
there. We
yeah,
was all
and then
trying to
like
make
our phones
excuses.
is crazy the next morning. But it was
Yo,
like that's that time. Sometimes like we was all on spent
wow,
because
wow.
we was
That was a
working.
great night. That was a great night.
It not for
I don't know
y'all,
how.
but the next day for the kid, it was hard.
What are you talking about? The whole ride back, we always trying to make excuses to our
Yeah.
girls, like where we were. What are you talking? You what do you mean? We all went through
Oh,
it,
I
but
don't know. Like, nah, we didn't talk about
what?
it.
Are you bugging?
Nah,
The
we was
whole
doing what we
ride
was
back.
doing, but it was like, yo, at the end of the day, it was
No,
like, ah, she
bro.
gonna be all right.
The
Yeah.
no, bro. The whole ride down on I-95. Niggas like, yo, let me tell you something. You got shot. A cousin got shot. I was like, yo, we don't do that. I said, yo, I'm not doing none of that. I'm shook. All our phones lit. Oh man,
Yeah.
that was a
And
good
that's what
night.
I'm
That
trying
was
to
a good
tell
night.
you is like,
That was a good
we
night.
needed
That was a
that
good.
night. No, we like nobody ain't do no cheating or
You know what
nothing
that?
that night. We just was
You know what
like
that night?
spending money. We spent all the money we made that day, that
All the
night.
money. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, remember, we almost ain't had no toll. We had to go into the
Exactly. We
chase.
spent all like we made money, but then we just lost it all just to be like, ah, we free,
Wow.
we
I
free.
forgot you was there. What am I doing
Yeah.
bringing you out there with me? What are you? Oh,
Nah, this what
wow.
happened. We was like, I think. I'm not
That
gonna talk
was,
about the story. Yeah, I'm
you
not
know
gonna
what
talk
it
about the
was? You
story.
know what it
Nah, nah.
was? You know what it was? No, no, no.
Don't
You
even
know what it
say it.
was?
Don't even
Remember,
say it. Yeah.
Train don't drink. And Train is a
He
gambler.
drove.
Train
Right,
drove
right,
there
right.
and back. That's how we got there. Because Train was like,
Ah,
I don't drink. Because Train would take a rum and coke for about 5 hours. That was,
yeah,
if
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We
So
was,
Train
yeah,
drove us. Train and then him
right.
and Nelly, they left us alone.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yes,
now
they
I
left us
remember.
alone.
I
And
thought we
then
slept
Nelly
over
is the
though.
one. No, Nelly is the one that comped the room.
Oh,
Nelly
yeah,
went to the
okay.
manager and he used one of his comps, and we all woke up like, what's that movie? What's
The
that
Tom
movie?
comps. Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about. You talking about
Them dudes in Vegas.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That we had the black
But that's
version
what I'm
that one
talking
night.
about though. But like, it's
Wow.
no way that we all would have left if we
Who
didn't
was
need
all
that
there?
time.
Who was all there? Who was all
It
there?
was me,
It was
you, V,
me.
Nelly, and Train.
Word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then
Cause I
we
remember
def
me and
we
you went
def
for a long ass walk on
yeah
the
we left for a
boardwalk.
long
On
right
the
because
boardwalk, yeah, and it was
Train
like,
they was
damn.
like, yo, we mush. Remember mush? They say
Yeah,
mush.
yeah,
That's from
from Bronx Tale. Yeah, yeah,
Bronx Tale,
Bronx Tale.
mush.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
like, yo, y'all,
yeah,
him and Nelly said, yo, y'all two niggas is mush. And they walked
yeah,
away from us. Man, I'm
yeah.
remembering that.
Nah, Nelly's
We even
nice at
pulled
his
up,
joint. Yeah, Nelly's
yeah, we
nice at
pulled
his
up in the
joint. Yeah.
valet. We pulled up in the valet the
Yeah, I
whole
remember.
night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In
Oh,
the
shit.
morning, I was tight because like I had like 100 missed calls. Everybody had 100 missed calls, and Nelly
Yeah.
ain't care because he was like, "Yo, we go to valet," and he's like, "Yo, y'all wanna go to McDonald's?" And he was like happy. I'm like,
Yes.
"Son, I don't even want to go home. My head was hurting. We was just drinking
Nah.
everything. Yeah, but for sure.
Crazy,
But yo,
man.
let's end this. Yo, let's hit a
Let's
seven.
end this definitely. All
Yeah,
right.
let's talk on the jack.
All right. All day.
100 love.
One.
I'm about to put
Love.
the thumbnail on. I'll call you in 5.
Yeah, send me that other joint, man. I want to show my peoples that, man.